Good afternoon. My name's Richard Skaczynski and I'm the CEO here at Coraggio. And I'm privileged to announce our latest chair to our cohort of chairs in Australia, Mr. Richard Turner, who'll be chairing our CAB 48, Coraggio Advisory Board number 48, here in Melbourne, which will be launching in early October. And Richard, being a seasoned entrepreneur, living in Adelaide, travelling to Melbourne to chair a board, which we're very thankful thereof. And it's never easy growing a business in Australia, and we've got a gentleman that's done that quite a number of times and has decided to join Coraggio to do that. And I just wanted to take a moment to say, Richard, what would drive you to want to be a chair in Coraggio, please?
Peer-to-peer learning is such an important tool and powerful tool where you can all be in the room, going through business, growing a company, and particularly going through the same challenges both in your business and personally, because the business puts pressures on your family life. And I see so many families breaking down and having problems over their business. So to understand what you're going through, particularly when businesses get to $1 million in revenue and start bridging over that, you get problems with people, problems with stock, problems with finance. All these things start to emerge and come into your business that you have to deal with. So how you manage that and to share the problems you're having and see how everyone else in the room is managing that, whether they share their experience on how they've got to it, how they've gone through it, if they haven't gone through it, what are they preparing? You know, there's so much to learn from each other. So peer-to-peer learning is what I've dealt with and I've been doing all my life, and now I'm at a stage where I've built companies, grown companies, exited companies to share that knowledge and experience. To me, that's important for our next generation.
Wow. So, as a piece of advice to private owners, what are the 3 things or more you think they need to know in private business today?
So it depends what stage of the business you're at. I'll start with some of the fundamentals. So mission, vision and values. We talked about that with the audience today. You've got to have those things in place, because without those, there's no direction for your business. It's the why you get out of bed in the morning, the passion for your business, the aspirational statement as to what I'm going to change in the world or what am I going to change in this industry and where we're going. Then the vision statement of what this business is going to look like in 3 years, how we're going to get there, and the values, what's the personality of your business. So those 3 things need to be developed with your team, shared with all your stakeholders, so not just your management team. This needs to be put together so your whole team understands the mission of the company and why we're there. Your financiers, your customers, your suppliers, everyone who's important to the company knows the journey you're on. So number 1, mission, vision and values. Number 2, if you're growing your business, you've got to be able to systemize your business. You've got to develop a platform for consistency where every process, procedure, job description, everything is in place so everyone knows what they're doing. So everyone is doing every role in the business consistency. So when you're engaging with your customers, your suppliers, your stakeholders, everything is done the same way day in, day out. No surprises. Best key to a successful business is consistency. So making sure you've got the systems, processes, procedures to develop consistency to enable you to grow. I think they're some of the fundamentals that I see, and do not be the bottleneck for growth. So by systemizing your business, you free yourself up, you learn to delegate, and you do what you do to add value to that business. You're not tied up in solving everyone else's problems. So don't be the bottleneck in your business. Your role as a founder changes as your business grows from startup mode to growth mode to beyond. You need to adjust the way you operate from doing everything to learning to systemize and delegate critical things in the business. And also understanding what business am I in? We talked about that today. Just what is it that you add value to? Why is this business successful? Why does this business exist? Making sure you're always focusing on those things that add value and not getting pulled away and distracted into things that are not core business. If you can outsource those things or someone else can do them better and it doesn't pull you away from the core business, you need to be doing that. So there's some fundamental rules there that I've always adhered to and have always been good for me. And I think that they're just the fundamental platform, the building blocks to a successful business.
Thank you. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Richard Turner, our newest chair here in Melbourne, launching his board in October. As a side point, we're very fortunate, he's also an Australian author, having written a book called The Essential Entrepreneur, which we encourage you to get out there into those bookstores and buy, because all those learnings he's taken from here and put on paper. $30 of great value, The Essential Entrepreneur. I encourage you all to get out and buy it if you don't get a copy. But if you join Coraggio, we promise to give you a copy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Richard.